Hi, I'm James Blake and you're watching Backstage on Indie Rocks TV.
In a world you've grown, few more years to go. Don't let the hurdle fall. So be the girl you loved. Be the girl.
I've not thought about it too much in 3 years, to be honest. I think I have an inbuilt mechanism that plays down what's happening. You know, I have friends around me that don't let me, lose my feet and lose my grounding. No, I'm happy how I am. I'm happy with what I'm doing. Well, there have been changes in the sense that, I have friends working with me now. Like all of the people I work with are mostly my friends, almost all of them. So I get tired sometimes of being a name as opposed to a person, in a personable sense. So, when I go home, I'm going to be James Liverland, which is my second name. My middle name is Blake. There is a difference when old friends talk to you and you've done all this stuff and you've toured the world and you find quickly who your friends really are. Because I'm away a lot, I find out who are the people that are the same every time I go back and see them. Between us it's the same. Home is now my flat. I moved into a flat in London, in Brixton. I love it. I'm just happy to be somewhere that's my own, and I have a studio in there now, like a small studio, about the size of this room. I haven't been there for a while, so home is ever distant. But when I go back, I'm looking forward to being there for a while. Waking up, probably putting a record on in my living room, play some video games. I'm really into making coffee, hang out with my flatmates. London's it changes all the time, the landscape of electronic music especially, because certain things die out and certain things are born, and you go to a night and they might be playing really shit music suddenly, and you didn't anticipate it. But then, the same club the next night would be something you're really into. So I don't know. I'll have to go back and find my feet again with clubbing in London, and I'm sure that'll be fun. Empathy. Music is one of those things. Very often things that aren't quantifiable, things that aren't necessarily explainable. Like when you get to a country and you can't explain why it is that you have an affinity with people there. Sometimes it's hard to put your finger on what that is. Sometimes it can be cultural similarities. So, for example, I found that in Japan there's a sense of humility that, and almost a tendency to downplay your skill at something, or maybe be very modest. In England it's the same. People are kind of excessively modest sometimes and self-deprecating. And it took me a while to figure out why I felt so strongly about the affinity with those people, but I kind of worked it out. And when I came to Mexico, after touring America for so long, it was a huge breath of fresh air, because the attitude is liberating, I think. Once you had Mexican food here, it's very difficult to have it anywhere else. So once I'd come here and had some of the best tacos ever, I couldn't eat them anymore. I couldn't eat it, those things. There's a real warmth, and there's a kind of a optimistic warmth about people, I think. Even just the people who are looking after you when you get here are so proud to show you their country and some of the customs and some of the things that you must see, you know. But I think it was more than just touristry. I think it was, or being a tourist. I think it was meeting people and feeling genuine warmth and empathy. And I'm just someone from England. I don't know. You know, I didn't know much about this place, but I'm learning more and more. This is my second time here, so I'm reading a lot about it and trying to learn a tiny bit of Spanish if I can.
There's a limit to your love.